I'm Eric Wielander, and this is What's in My Bag. Of all the different types of videos out there on YouTube, I always enjoy watching What's in My Bag videos from other creators out there. Regardless of what they do specifically, it's always interesting just to see how all the technology in their lives comes together into this setup that they take with them wherever they go, and just shows you the stuff that helps them get their job done. So I recently got a new backpack. It's the Peak Design Everyday Backpack 20 liter, and I'm working on a much more extensive review of this bag, so stay tuned and subscribe for that. But in the meantime, I did want to show you guys what I'm able to fit in here and how this bag works kind of for packing my day-to-day stuff. So I work in downtown Chicago and I ride the Metro commuter trains every day to get into the office and back. So it's really nice to have a big backpack that I can fit a computer, can fit a variety of other things in it. And one of the things that I really liked about this bag and the whole series of Peak Design bags is how easy it is to take nice camera equipment with you. So if you want to take a little bit bigger camera, you can always do that. All right, so in the first pocket up at the top, I have my 15-inch MacBook Pro 2016 edition. This is what I do all of my YouTube video editing on, all of my apps and my personal business. So pretty much everything you see on this channel and anything related to that, content, apps in the App Store, all that other stuff, photography, it's all done on this machine. Then I sometimes put this folder in here if I need to carry any official documents with me or stuff. It doesn't happen all the time, but it's nice to have this just to put documents in. It's just a simple, plastic envelope. And then I have a 9.7-inch iPad Pro. This is the previous generation of iPad Pro from the current one that's out there. They don't even make the 9.7 size anymore. Now they're on the 10.9, I think it is the smallest iPad Pro, which is fine. I mean, it's not a huge difference from this in size. I also found, though, I used to use a keyboard case from Logitech on this, and I just found that there's enough times I'm using my iPad without using the keyboard that it's really nice to just have the flip cover and then just be able to put the iPad up like this and move it around and hold it like this in my hands. So what I do now is I can, if I want the keyboard and I want more of almost like a desktop setup, I have this Logitech Keys to Go keyboard, which I've had for a while. I just pulled it out of a drawer and started using it more. And then I could just have that right next to the iPad and use a full keyboard with the iPad when I need to, but it's not there all the time, getting in the way if I don't want to use it. So then there's this top pocket here that has a variety of other little things. Like I have a Field Notes notebook in here I keep track of some things on. And then I also have my monthly commuter train card. And then I also have my Apple Pencil and my Real World pen. So this is a Pentel Energel. I love the Pentel Energel series of pens. They work really well. They write really cleanly, very reliable. So I've gone to getting rid of almost any other pens in my life. Just those are pretty much what I use. And it sounds like a silly detail, but it really does make a difference when you just pick up a pen and it works. So that's everything in the top pocket. You put it all back in there. So now the main compartment can be accessed in a variety of different ways. So I'm going to pull up this flap here, and this is my lunch box. It's actually empty right now because I'm not actually going to work right now. But this is where I would keep my lunch, and then it just goes right up here in the top pocket. So it's just a standard LL Bean lunch box. It's the same kind that the Wire Cutter, I think, recommended as a really good lunch box a while back. So on the outside of the bag, there are these two big side pockets, and I use them to keep an umbrella if it's gonna rain or if it's gonna be cold. I keep my earmuffs in there. And then the very front of the top pocket, there's also this little magnetic area here. There's like a magnet closing it, and I keep like ID badge lanyard there for the office, as well as a strap for my bag. And then these side flaps can open up on either side. I'm just gonna open one of them right now. So then I have my Beats Studio 3 wireless headphones. Come at me, haters. These aren't the greatest audio quality in the world. There's a lot of bass in it, but it's a really great headphone if you just want to focus on other work. You're not using it to like edit video or do other stuff. Just for like blocking out the world and programming, it's amazing. So got those as a gift a while back, and maybe I'll do a review on those sometime on this channel. We'll see. But overall, I'd say pretty much a thumbs up on the Beats headphones, at least these Studio 3 wireless. And then we have my camera that I take with me. So this is the nice thing about the Peak Design bag, is I always have my camera with me, or a camera with me. This is the Sony a6000. I got this, I think like 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago. And it's held up really well. It's a great camera overall. I'd highly recommend it, or probably more realistically now, you buy the a6300 or the a6500. Personally, I think I'm more interested in Canon right now, and I think I'll probably be more buying into their system rather than continuing to buy into Sony's, but doesn't mean that Sony doesn't have good products. And I really like this camera overall. It's great. The Zeiss 22 Prime that I have on here is just a fantastic lens for getting really great bokeh and really great shallow depth of field. It goes down to aperture f1.8, and actually the B-roll that's in this video that you've probably already seen was shot on this camera. So yeah, it's a great camera. I really like it, and it's nice to have it with me all the time. So then there's these side pockets here, and then I have my spare battery for the Sony. So there's that. That's the thing about Sony's, is they don't have great battery life. You always have to have backup batteries with you wherever you go with them. This is a USB-C to lightning cable, so I can hook up an iPhone or iPad to my laptop if I'm doing app development or want to tether or whatever. This is a power cable, so I have, this is the cable for the power supply from my laptop, and then down here below all the camera stuff is where I keep the power brick. So it kind of just tucks in here underneath this layer of the camera thing. These like separators here are really cool. And then I'm just gonna put this stuff back in here. All right, so going on to the other side, there's doors on either side of this backpack, or flaps, whatever you call them. So in here is where I keep my LaCie rugged drive. I don't know if I really love this as a place to keep this drive, but this is my primary hard drive for running my Lightroom photo library, as well as all of my Final Cut Pro library for editing these videos. It all runs off of that, so without that, can't really get any of that category of work done. And then there's another one of these flat pockets with a little bit different configuration. I have a lens cloth just kind of tucked in here. It wouldn't be a tech bag without some dongles. I have the, and again, links to everything. If you're interested in specifics about any of these products, there's links down below in the description. So this is the Lightning to HDMI adapter for an iPhone or iPad. It's really nice just to be able, if you want to put an iPhone or iPad on a big screen, especially with app development stuff in an office scenario, it's nice to have that. Also the USB-C adapter for my laptop. This is the power supply, HDMI and USB, both of these from Apple. Both of these incredibly overpriced, but they work well. So I have my sunglasses here, just some simple aviators. Got my hand sanitizer as well. I have this little pocket here. We have this little screwdriver, which can fix various small things. And then I have the adapter, charging adapter for my pencil, which I didn't used to carry with me, but with this bag, there's so many little pockets to put things. I was just like, you know, I'm just gonna stick that in there, and that way, whenever I need to charge my Apple Pencil, I have that adapter there, and I don't have to just plug it into the bottom of my iPad. Then this is a really handy gadget I also have in these little pockets. This is a SanDisk USB-C to USB thumb drive, so occasionally you need to still sneaker net things to people, and so being able to pop this into any computer and then you can transfer documents, or more likely like bigger files, and disk images, whatever. It's nice to have that. So that's me. So that is what's in my bag that I carry with me every day to and from work. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I'd love to hear in the comments down below if there's things that you carry every day, either that I carry in here or that you think I should, or whatever, that stuff you really love carrying with you every day in your backpack or your bag. What kind of bag do you like to use as well? That's a whole topic of conversation, so feel free to drop a line of any of that stuff in the comments below. Please subscribe if you want to see the full review of this backpack, as well as more great tech reviews, photography content, and my dev vlogs. I have a new dev vlog coming soon for a new app that I'm working on, so that's in the works as well. So subscribe for all of that content, and thanks again so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.